What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Raislive. So in this video we are going to break down the new leaked information about the new Red Dead Redemption game that's coming out by Rockstar Games. So sit back, relax, because I'm going to break this down in great detail. So the reason why I haven't made a video about it earlier, because I could have did this about 3 days earlier around there, because when I got back from vacation wasn't too long ago, but I could have got this information, or at least made a video out a lot sooner. But the reason why I wanted to wait was because, for one, I wasn't really too sure about it. I was just like, what's the chances of a map actually leaking out, being factual? You know what I'm saying? Like, things don't leak out with Rockstar, why all of a sudden now, So that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to do it. And plus I wanted to see if Rockstar would actually say anything about it. But knowing Rockstar, in previous instances, they always say, hey, we don't really get into speculation and rumor. They don't really discuss it, because if they discuss it, it kind of puts them in an awkward situation, because they have to constantly having to debunk information, and then it would just get tedious, and things will get leaked out, and that's how you create problems. So it's best for Rockstar to say, hey, what, we're not even gonna address anything, any type of information. You'll get the information when we say we get it out, and just be on the lookout for it. So that's part of the reason why I didn't really want to make a video, because I didn't want to waste my time going into something that is just it just might not be true. So after sitting down, soaking it in and doing my research, there's a strong possibility that this map that leaked out could be the real deal. Like, there's a really good possibility. Now there's also the possibility that it could be fake, and I am going to explain why. So first off, what you see right here is the map of Red Dead Redemption for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. This is the full map, the playable map, and let me just move it around so you can see better. Yeah, so there we go. And yeah, so as you see here, you got all the Gap 2 Ridge, you got everything, tall trees, the Great Plains, all that stuff right here. You got the river right here, and you got this is the area where you got to pay attention the most at. We have tall trees, the Great Plains, and Flatiron Lake. Thieves Landing too as well. So this is the area where we're going to be focusing the most of the time, but I just wanted to show you the picture of the exact whole map, so we can go from there. So this is the next map right here that I want to show. Now this image here, I'm assuming this might have been something from IGN. I don't know where. I don't remember the map actually showing the entire Flatiron Lake within the map, within the game manual. Not really sure, but either way, I don't know. IGN watermark here, so there you go. So this is the Flatiron Lake right over here. So I like this map right here. The reason why I'm bringing this one up, because it shows the entire Flatiron Lake. You get to see the shape and everything of it, and of course you see tall trees and the Great Plains. So this is the area we're going to be focusing the most. So this is a good map, and this is why I wanted to bring this up. So now we're going to take this map and we're going to compare it to this map over here. So this is the actual leaked map supposedly of the new Red Dead Redemption game. So everyone, if you this is the first time you're hearing this or whatever, this is the map right here. This is what leaked out. So let's get everybody to look at that. So the map is really, it's not in good quality. I don't know if it was taken, it looked like it was taken, I don't know, maybe with like a camera phone or whatever, and they just like snapped it from a computer screen or something like that. That's what it looks like, because it's not really clear, and it's really hard to make out like certain words or whatever within the map. Like, for example, up here we have the Grizzlies, but over here it looks like it says the Grizzly 2, but I cannot make out what it says under here. Like, I don't know what that is. I think it's right next to this Adler Ranch over here, so I don't know what that is. Also over here, if you look at the right over top left corner right here, where it shows I can't even think of the word. Forget it, man. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking. The legend, whatever. Yeah. So you got the edge of the world boundary. It actually tells you all this type of stuff. Now, this was a little weird with me. I don't understand like why all of this is here, because this looks sloppy. So you have the edge of the world boundary right here. It's this entire red outline. It looks like a paint, when you go into Microsoft Paint and you like just get a red paint, spray paint, and just spray paint the entire map. That's what it looks like to me. It just looks kind of sloppy. Then you have the district boundary, which is the purple, which is kind of confusing too, because it actually makes it look like there's actually more rivers than what they are, when it's really not. It's really like this main river right here, but a lot of this is just boundaries apparently. And we have railroads, you got roads, trails, towns, settlements, caravan maps, we have caravan camps, my fault. And we got gang hideouts, again, and landmarks. Now right here, this is where it gets tricky. So it says homestead robbery, and then it says homestead slash, I don't know what that says right here. I really don't know what that is. It's look like it says renting or resting, maybe, that's what it looks like to me. It really looks like a RE, but it really looks like RENT, but I don't know what the rest of it is. It could just be renting, because at the end of the day, it looks like a T here, but I don't know why is this higher little thing right here. So I don't know, I really don't know what that is. Like, this is like out of the, like, this is really good. Like, it's almost like the person did this on purpose, because I don't know why it's not, clear. Like, it looks like it's been highlighted, because it's not even necessarily just a bad photo. Like, I could see if it was like blurry or whatever, like it's just a bad shot. It looks like it was purposely done. And then right over here, this one right here, or whatever this is in purple, I can't make this out at all either. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it was in white, but it looks like almost if it was in white, but it was cleared up, like overrided in purple or whatever, like it was purposely done. Like I'm saying, like these two areas right here, these words look like they were purposely done this way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know if the person who, it could be fake. I don't know if the person who made it just purposely did that to piss people off, or Rockstar was like, hey, you know what, let's just leak this out on purpose and just cover this up right here, just to, not reveal too much information, because at the end of the day, it doesn't reveal as much information as you thought it would be, even with like a map like of this magnitude. So yeah, so this is what we're looking at. So this is what we're going to observe right here. Now I have another picture here where it's going to like combine the two. Okay, so this is how we're going to combine the other map that I showed you earlier and the new map. So this is a good picture because it actually gives you a good idea of how large this new area is going to be compared to the Red Dead Redemption. And this is kind of what leans me towards saying that maybe like it could be fake, but I have a strong possibility. Like, I have a gut feeling that there might be more to this map. I mean, as you can see, like, it looks like there's a little bit something going on up here, and I'm not sure how much, but you can see a boundary right here, so it tells you that it might not be too much. It could just be like this gray area. It might just be, up here or whatever. It doesn't really give you too much to work with, but yeah, you can just take a wild guess. Like, I don't think it's gonna go like super duper far off. But then another thing that would gives you a benefit of the doubt is that we have this other map right here. Like, I don't know what this is right here. I mean, it's clearly this is like more towns or whatever, but is this like another map, or like how big is this little area? Like, it says, like, I can see like the little towns here, but like, and it looks like, as you can see here, like when you study in maps or whatever, it looks like this area right here could be like a mountain. So I'm not sure like how big this island or whatever it is, or this island could just be something from over here. Now, I've been trying to pay attention to compare the two, trying to say like maybe this island might be this or whatever, but it's not the same shape. None of these islands really match this map over here. Even like this area right here, this settlement over here looks like a larger city. This looks like a really industrial city right here. As you can see, the roads look a little thicker. You got like a lot of thick, I mean, I said thick. I didn't say the bad word, but it looks like a thick black area over here. So it looks like it's been congested, almost like a city. Like when you're looking at the maps on like Google Maps, whatever. When you see this type of stuff, this looks like a large city over here. So this is like a really industrial city, and it makes sense being that it's actually here on Flatiron Lake or whatever. And this lake over here, it looks like it might be something else different. Now, the reason why another reason why this map could be fake is because of the fact that this river right here, now I don't know what this area looks like. It could be a Native American name or something, but even when I typed it into Google, it doesn't, I'm not familiar with it at all. So I don't know if this is just, usually when you type in, Native American languages and stuff, something will pop up because they still speak their language to this day. Or I don't know if this is like an extinct tribe or whatever, but there are tribes that are still alive to this day. But I typed this lake in right here, this river, this name right here, and nothing pops up. So I'm not sure, what that is. So it could just be something made up. But at the same time, this lake, this river or whatever, I don't know why I keep saying lake. It's not, I keep saying lake because this is Flatiron Lake. It's not connected to this lake. And this map is showing that it's connected. But if you remember on this picture over here, Flatiron Lake is just one whole thing, it's just closed off. So where is this other, river coming from? Like, why is there a river coming off from the east of it? See what I'm saying? So this is what gives me the reason that, it could be fake, it could just be some made up stuff, because it does look kind of sloppy right here. Like this little area right here does look a little sloppy, look like something we just blobbed here, whatever. I don't know what the deal is with this. What else? Like over here, if you look at this area that we can't get into, supposedly, like what is this? Like, doesn't this look a little weird to you? Almost like this was like a legend or something was here and it was just marked out or whatever. Like, why is the islands or whatever shaped like this? And as you can see, the border is blocking it off, saying that you can't go over here. So if we can't go over here, why isn't this just like covered off? Like, why does this look like a stamp or something? Like this was actually something. So like this, like all of this over here just looks weird. Also, we know we have a penitentiary over here. Now this is kind of interesting, being that it kind of makes sense. It could just be like a bunch of outlaws here, whatever. This could tie into something with the story, or it clearly had to tie into the story, because you have the penitentiary. Who knows, you might have to break somebody out. You might start off here and then you end up coming back into the mainland or whatever. Who knows what the story can go into this. But this is really interesting how they had this penitentiary over here, and it kind of like gives me like an idea of like where the story could be going, with this, because I've remembered, with all the information that was leaked out in my previous videos, I was talking about how like a lot of people were saying like, the story mission might be, you have to break through from the mission. Like this was like leak stuff. People were saying like you have to like, break somebody out. You got to break your friend out of prison or whatever, and then, do some other stuff. I heard something about like a bank robbery. Like there's a bunch of speculation that's going on. But yeah. So who knows? So anyways, also the Flatiron Lake is not necessarily the same shape as the Flatiron Lake in this one. So also that could be a reason, because over here, if you notice, it looks like that district boundary or whatever, they were sprinkling, I don't know, this paint spray they did. I don't know why they did this, because you can tell that it was actually marked on top of, because if you look at the grid, I don't know if you pay attention, but there's actually a grid on this, and it has like MNO, like it goes down alphabetical order and it goes over to the right in numerical order. And if you notice over here on 09 and 0110, it's actually marked over, like you can't see it. Now everywhere else on the map, like N13 over here, it's actually, you can actually see it. You can see the grid, like you can actually see the lines in the grid, as well as you can see the numerical and the lettering here. You see N11, N12. Now M12 is my fault, sorry. But over here, it's almost like this legend or whatever was made on top of it. Now I don't know why it almost, what I'm saying, like it doesn't make sense. Like, why would a developer do this? The only explanation that I can think of why a developer would do this is maybe this is like an initial, like a pre-map. Like this could be like one of those like intro to development type maps where this was like the first ideas that was being thrown out, about where, the next Red Dead Redemption game would take place and how it would look, and, stuff like that. So there's a strong possibility that this might not be the final map. Like this could just be something that just was made in early development time, and right now the map could be looking a whole lot differently. And then also it could just be like, this map could be, there could be some factual truth behind this, like Rockstar could build upon it. Because I remember with the GTA maps, remember when they were leaking out, some of those maps actually kind of look like the map that we got today. Now, some of them, they were a little off the wall. That was kind of like, out of the world. I was like, nah, I don't believe that. But some of the maps were actually kind of true. Like, they actually had some type of fact. Like, you can tell that Rockstar was kind of like going in a certain direction. And then eventually they were like, building, who knows? Like, I don't know if they make the map first. So it seemed like they developed the map first. They developed like how they wanted to look, and then they put things inside of it, as far as like the towns and everything. And then after that, if they need to make changes towards the map, they make changes, adjusting towards that. So that's what I'm getting from it. That's what I'm getting from this, because it doesn't match exactly. Like Flat Iron Lake doesn't match exactly towards this map here. It looks a little different. It's shaped differently. Just a tad bit different, not exactly. But here's another good map right here that I want to show you guys. So, too much. It looks like somebody remade the map and actually made it to the best of their ability. And yeah, and they did a pretty good job with this one. And also it does a good job with putting all the lettering correctly, so you can actually get a better idea of like what exactly these towns, what they were, because it's hard for certain people to see. But I could see a lot of them. But a lot of them, like I said, like these areas right here, I couldn't see these. I don't know what they are either. So it looks like this person don't know what they are either. So yeah, so this is what we got here. So as you know, we don't know what's exactly down here, because from the original map it's been cut off. Like the picture, like it was a little too zoomed into the computer screen or whatever. But there we go. So this is pretty much everything right here. This is how you can look at the map. Now, like I said, there's a strong possibility that this might not be, what we, the actual map. Like I'm starting to, like I have a gut feeling that this map could be real, but at the same time I feel like it's going to be a lot different. And then the reason why I say that's because, for one, it doesn't like actually fit it correctly. The pieces doesn't exactly fit smoothly, as well as the map isn't as large. It's not that large if you think about it. Like, think about it. Red Dead Redemption was all of this. It's West Elizabeth right here, all the way down New Austin, all the way down here. This is all Red Dead Redemption. Now, the new Red Dead Redemption is going to be, they're going to take back the West Elizabeth again, apparently, and then they're going to go up here a little bit. And of course, there's going to be a little bit more up here, and just probably a little bit more down here. And that doesn't really seem all of that big to me. Like, that doesn't seem, I feel like Rockstar could have made something a lot bigger, And I really don't like the idea, even if it is, so let's just say if it is true, like, why is there so much water? Like, we don't need that much water, And I don't want to be sounding too much criticizing it. Like I said, like it doesn't, we're still in the early stages. We don't know for sure. It's not set in stone, but it's just like, oh, come on, man, really? Like, for like Grand Theft Auto 5, I always felt that there was too much like wasted space. Like, I felt like the mountains were kind of like useless. Like, there wasn't nobody up there, and there was really nothing to do there. Everybody was always in the city or in the outer portions, wherever there was a road at. Really, rarely nobody was out there in the wilderness or whatever. Where here is this game, I feel like there should be actually more wilderness like that. It should be mountains like that was in, not Red Dead Redemption, but Grand Theft Auto 5. And it should just be more of that, and less, cities, and less, just water in general. Because let's face it, like, in the Western times, like the old Wild West, we didn't care about water. You get on the water, you was fishing, you probably did a little bit of boating just to get around the rivers or whatever, but you wasn't necessarily doing anything significant. Like, you wasn't flying airplanes, so there's really no reason to have all this much, water here within this map, because we're not going to be flying airplanes, we're not going to be driving, cargo ships and battleships or whatever. Like, it's kind of like, what's the reason of having this over here? Like, it doesn't really make any sense to have this much. Now, of course, it could just be the scenery, whatever, you just look at it, looks, looks cool and nice, whatever. Like, that's cool, but like, I just feel like that's just wasted space right there. That could be like land, that could be here it doesn't really matter, because like I said, like, this is built off of the last map. So this Flat Iron Lake is cool, but I feel like, why did Rockstar had to, like, make this new river over here? Like, we don't need this river. Like, this could have been all land right here. These could have been, these could have stayed. These little lakes and streams right here could have stayed. Like, the Dakota River could stay, but like, this big river right here, I just don't understand that. Like, I don't get that, unless there's like more to it, like, unless there's like a more Like that would make sense. Like you might have to take a ferry across in order to get to the other side. Like if there was more to the map, like which I really hope like there's like more to this. I really hope this isn't the final, map, because like I said, it's really not as big as I thought it would be. Because Grand Theft Auto 5 was, as big as Red Dead Redemption and all the other, Grand Theft Autos put together. That's what Rockstar said. It was like, yeah, we're going big this time. And I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And think about it. They was able to pull that off on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 technology. So why can't they, do something big like that on, or even bigger on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, assuming, well, I'm pretty much guaranteed that the new Red Dead Redemption game is going to be exclusive for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Doesn't really make any sense to, making it for previous generation. So yeah, that's pretty much what all I wanted to say about the map. Now, let's just say hypothetically, we're just going to go from here. We're just going to pretend that, hey, you know what? This is the map. This is what we get. And that's going to be that. Let's just say, this is factual. This is an actual map. Now, we're going to go with some story stuff. Now, there's some things that I've been, speculating or whatever of like what the possible story could be. Now, I think there's going to be a strong, like there's going to be some type of story or like event happening that's going to like elaborate on the, what is it? The Great Plains, on the Blackwater Massacre. Like something tells me that the story in the new Red Dead Redemption game is going to elaborate more on this massacre. Now, if you don't remember, the Blackwater Massacre was a bloody gunfight that took place in the town of Blackwater in 1899. Now, the actual cause of the gunfight remains a mystery. The massacre gained wide publicity due to the amount of men that were killed and the fact that it took place in a highly populated, modernized town. And it's not really much known about it. It's like kind of like a mystery type of thing. Some people are saying like it didn't really exist, but there's only like a couple of small survivors. Like there's one survivor that from the time from when it happened, and just a lot of little mystery going on with this. And being that people are saying that the actual game is going to take place, it's going to be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. If you look at the date here, what does that say? 1899. Now, on the map I was showing you, as we all know, Red Dead Redemption took place in 1910. Now, I always said that they had to go back. It would have to be a prequel, or just have to be, it doesn't have to be, it could be totally irrelevant towards the Red Dead Redemption. It could just be like a whole spin-off of new characters, of new everything, but it has to go back. Like it can't be, 1920, 1930, like, because the frontier, the entire Western lifestyle was pretty much, on a decline. Like we were going towards what, Blackwater was looking like. And we all know Blackwater was more modernized. It had vehicles, and they really have, still had the horses and stuff like that, but you could tell like it was actual city. Like more of America was looking like that as time progressed. So that's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I always said that it always made sense for the new game to come out before, because unfortunately, when Rockstar decided to make this game, they made it, right at the end of the frontier. So, they have to go back. But yeah, that's all I wanted to break down with you. If I get any more information, of course, there's more things I want to talk about, but I just feel like this video is getting too long or whatever. I just want to, stick it to what I have here and just give you guys something. So I'm probably making another video with some more details and elaborate more on other things. But right now, I'm just pretty much giving out, just the first taste of what I thought, my speculations, what I think, Rockstar is going to do with it. I elaborate a little bit more on the story and stuff like that in another video or whatever. But as of right now, I just wanted to keep this one. I don't want to make it too long. So I see you guys on my next video. It's your boy Raislive. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.